Blisserize Universal Stars, welcome to the Venus Agata Show, here where I share with you the necessary right knowledge, tools, and tips so that you can begin recreating your life and manifesting abundance in all areas and calling forth to you all that you desire. How do I improve the quality of my life? Or better yet, how do you improve the quality of your life? As a transformational life guide, something that I encourage my clients, or what I often tell my clients before we actually get into developing some form of curriculum or exercises and things of that nature for them so they can grow and begin recreating their reality, is that I first tell them that they must first realize that your thoughts is what influence your reality. Our thoughts influence our reality. And so I give them some content in what I've created outside of the result cycle, or what I call the result cycle, which is your thoughts leads to your emotions leads to your feelings leads to your actions, and then your actions leads to your result. Henceforth, creating your reality, your current reality, which is very different based upon the individual. So for instance, I'll give you an example of that. In my past, I used to think very negatively, okay? And it doesn't matter what happened that made me think such negative thoughts, but I used to think that I would never come out of my situation. And so by me pondering on those thoughts, my thoughts led to me having certain type of emotions, negative emotions, and my emotions led to me feeling a certain type of way, feeling down, feeling depressed, feeling anxious, anxiety, feeling scared, or operating in the era of scarcity. And then my feelings led to my actions. So not only was I pondering on these things, which was very negative and working against me, unbeknown to me, it also pushed me and influenced my actions. And so whatever we do physical wise, it all stems from your thought process, and it is a chain of events, which is why I call it the result cycle. So it's your thoughts leads to your emotions leads to your feelings leads to your actions, and your actions is what influences your reality. And so I often tell them that if you want to recreate your reality, you first have to retrain and reprogram your thought pattern. And most of us go through life without ever really having a deeper understanding of why we think the way we think, what causes us to think the things that we think, and outside of that, what can we do to change it? And so if you want to improve the quality of your life, you must first practice these two processes that I created and developed, that I also used in my personal transitioning and, transforming from the old me to the me that I am now. And of course, we are always constantly growing and evolving. But the two processes, the first one is MR, which is the acronym for mental restoration. And what mental restoration is a fundamental process of the infrastructure of how your mind operates, not your brain, but how your mind operates. Because remember what we just discussed. It is your thoughts, and your thoughts stems from your mind, not the brain. It is your brain is the physiological organ. It is a physical organ, but your brain, however, is this powerful, infinite infrastructure that allows us to be, allows us to live, allows us to breathe, allows us to function. So one thing that I tell them that they must endure or embrace the process of MR, and you must understand that the aspects, the three aspects of your mind, which is your conscious, which is your subconscious, or most scientists call it preconscious, or your unconscious. So you have the conscious, the subconscious or preconscious, and then you have the unconscious. And each one of those aspects of your brain works individually in and outside of itself, also working together. This is what I teach my clients. This is what I teach in my class. The second process is called MI, which is mental imprinting. Now, outside of MR, which is the fundamental process, it is the foundation of the beginning process of recreating your reality or improving the quality of your life. MI acronym stands for mental imprinting. This is more of an advanced course. Mental imprinting is what's going to teach you how to manifest things in your life, how to call those things out of the universe into this physical realm so that you can live in your abundance, whether it is, a lover, whether it's your soulmate, whether it is, calling forth, financial wealth, opportunities, if you want to do whatever it is that you want to do in your life. Mental imprinting is what's going to allow you to do all of those things. And so those are the two processes that I encourage my clients to actually embrace, because without that, you can do and be successful at nothing. You can be effective just floating by in life, but until you really have an understanding of the way your mind works and the way and the process of manifesting things in your life, which is a very intricate process, and you can obtain this just by dedicating 15 minutes a day of your life, and I promise you that will transform your life for the better. So activating mind power will inevitably transform your life. Thank you so much for joining me once again. I am Venus Agatis Scott, and this is the Venus Agatis Show. Tune in for next week, where we will be discussing other powerful content, right knowledge, tools, and tips that is going to help you recreate your life. Okay, Universal Stars, this is a community. This is a healthy dialogue between you and I. I enjoy and love the comments that you post, the thoughts that you post, the questions. All of those things inspire me to create more content that will better serve you, better serve me, better serve all of us as a whole. And so I encourage you, I ask you, please comment, share this message, because you were introduced to me by someone being so kind enough to share it. And now you and I are getting familiar with one another. Now you and I are growing and inspiring one another and evolving and winning together. So I encourage you to share. I encourage you to leave your comments. Tell me what you think. Tell me what was your biggest takeaway from today's message. Tell me how you can effectively begin recreating your reality and improving the quality of your life. I want to hear from you, my universal stars. So please help me share the message so we can both inspire the world. And if I said something that gave you a light bulb moment, or a ouch moment, or that makes sense moment, I encourage you, please comment. I enjoy reading your comments, as it helps me, like I said, create more content so that I can share with you, so that we all can evolve. Until next time, I bid you love, peace, and divine light always.